Okay, guys, we'll get going. Make sure you're settled and comfortable. Thanks for joining. Um, this evening, I thought it would be nice to focus on something really, really simple. I don't know about you guys, but since kind of restrictions have been easing and people are doing a bit more, I was definitely feeling a bit more overwhelmed. So I thought, let's strip it all back to the simplest and most basic of things. Excuse me. So we'll focus on the word Om. So OM or AUM, sometimes it's spelled. And I know I just said it's simple, but like a lot of things, it's actually quite complex in its meaning. But in this evening's practice, we'll use it from the point of view of how can Om help you in pregnancy and in labor and delivery. So the jury is out on, they can't quite test the scientific proof, let's say. They can't quite get scientific proof of exactly what Om does to a pregnant person specifically, but it definitely helps to bring you into your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest, digest, and reproduce mode. And it's where your hormones will get balanced, your blood pressure will lower, your nervous system gets a chance to rest, and everything just starts to work a little bit better. So there's definitely huge benefits in pregnancy. Now, there is a belief that chanting Om helps to dilate the cervix, so the neck of the womb, in delivery specifically. And it depends, I think, on the person's connection to Om, but you can definitely use it as a breathing technique, which we'll do this evening in class. But to me, visualization is huge. So if you imagine as you're chanting Om and the vibrations are moving through the body, and this is only for labor and delivery, obviously not now, especially if you're not close to term, that the cervix starts to dilate and open up, it'll definitely help visualize baby moving out and down. So Om, in this evening's practice, we'll connect it to the third eye, which is the Ajna chakra. And chakra is an energetic center. It means wheel. It's a wheel of energy. And the yogis call this one here the Ajna chakra, the third eye. And they believe that these two eyes are for seeing our reality, and that this third eye is for our intuition. So the eye that sees what cannot be seen. And I know I said it to you guys a lot that you are probably your most intuitive when pregnant, because you're basically preparing to birth new life into the world, and it'll be your responsibility to keep that new life safe. Now, that's not to give you any more anxiety than perhaps you already have, but that's it brings about this alertness and this awareness, because you now are going to have this being to care for. So as I said, it can bring about a bit more anxiety, but we can also use it for good, where we can intuitively tune in to what does my body need, what does my breath need, what does my mind need, what does baby need. So all of those while we're pregnant. But then in delivery and in labor, you can really intuitively tune in with, how do I need to position myself? Do I need to push or not? Do I need to breathe or hold my breath or lengthen my breath? You know, you can really use that to your advantage, this intuition. Every pregnancy is different, every baby is different, every delivery is different. And of course, the birth professionals can help you to the best of their ability. But I love, there's an old phrase that says, a good midwife sits in the corner and says nothing, and just allows the mother and baby do what they need to do. And I suppose from that, that's quite an old saying, because you know, we didn't have as much going on in our lives back then, where most women were very deeply connected to themselves, whereas now I feel in modern day it's a responsibility and a joy that I would take on as a birth professional to inspire you guys to look into your intuition so that you can trust it now, so that you'll trust it in delivery and labor. Okay, so third eye, Om, stimulates the Ajna chakra, helps to dilate the cervix, helps to soothe our nervous system. There's just so many benefits for pregnancy. So we'll look at that this evening. Really quickly before we actually get going, I meant to say this to you guys at the start. A few resources that you might like to look at, and I can send you these in writing if you don't want to take them in now. But there's a beautiful documentary series on Netflix called Babies, 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 and it's tracking different babies in different households over a course of a year, and amazing scientific research that they did on oxytocin, the love hormone. So that might be really nice for you guys to watch with your birth partner, whoever's going to be with you. It's more about when baby comes as opposed to delivery, but it would be a really nice way to help in the postpartum period, I think, to look at that and to get excited and prepared for that. And then the other one is orgasmic birth, so orgasm or orgasmic birth. And that's on Instagram, and there's some absolutely beautiful videos and pictures there of deliveries. And then she also has an ebook that's only $4.99 about how to have a pleasurable birth, and it's a really I haven't read all of it, I only got it recently, but that's another thing that you guys might like to look into and be reading while you're preparing for baby. So that's Babies on Netflix and Orgasmic Birth on Instagram, just to look at the lovely pictures and videos, but also to perhaps buy the ebook. I think the link is in her bio. Okay, let's get moving so you can come to a comfortable seat, especially if you're not there already. Okay. Excuse me. And just allow yourself settle, shimmy the shoulders, relax the jaw, and allow yourself to just be. You might like your hands on your knees or maybe on baby. And I'm going to really encourage you guys to keep your eyes closed for as much of the practice this evening as possible. Now, bear in mind anything that you need balance or stability for, you'll need to open your eyes. Definitely don't want you guys falling over. But as much as possible, let's come inwards to explore that intuition. And allow the shoulders to soften. And just tune into the breath for a moment. It might be quite high up in the chest. That's very normal as baby is getting bigger, taking up a lot more space. The lungs move up. So we're just observing how the breath is now. We'll check in at the end of the class to see how the breath is then also. So you don't need to change it just now, just notice the breath. Lovely. And if your hands are comfortable where they are, keep them there. If not, you might like to join them together in front of the heart center, Namaskar Mudra, and press all 5 fingers towards each other. So there's no gaps between the fingers. And maybe you'll feel the heart beating here. And we're going to chant Om 21 times. So 21 is the sacred number in yoga and Sanskrit. And we're just going to allow the Oms to happen in your own time. So yours might be shorter or longer than mine. But I'll keep the count and you just join in and allow the vibrations, especially as there's 21, they'll just start to happen. And it's almost like you might not even do it, the body will just take over. So we'll take a deep breath in for 21 Oms. Om. 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 And now just breathing and allowing the resonance, the energy, the vibrations you've created to settle into your body, into baby. And notice if it's put your mind into a different state. If you enjoyed that, you can practice this daily. You can either do 21, 52, or 108. Good. And if you'd like, keep the eyes closed and we'll just start to move our ribs from side to side. So if you're not sure what I mean and you want to open your eyes, do. We're almost just shifting our ribs and baby from side to side. Just opening up the side body. And if you want to include the neck, you can. This takes a bit of coordination, but the neck goes in the opposite direction, or the head goes, I should say. And just allow your jaw to be relaxed, especially if any tension had built up chanting Om. Good. And just allow those movements come to stillness now. And then we'll start drawing a circle with our ribs, almost with baby. Hips stay on the earth, but they might feel a gentle massage. And if you've your legs crossed, you might like to cross them the other way, especially if the feet have gone to sleep. We're drawing nice big circles, and again, you can get the head involved if you'd like. Just like some warmth, some movement to the body. Good. And just begin to spiral inwards now. And take a moment of stillness. Again, eyes closed. And now just start to move the neck any way you feel you need to move it. Stretching it out. The hands and arms can get involved as well if you wish. But there's no right or wrong here. You can't injure yourself if you're listening and listening to your body and using your intuition. Good. So massaging the neck, The connection from the head, the brain to the body. Really important part of our body. And as much as we're stretching and massaging it here, just come to stillness. Give the head a little wobble and it'll naturally then rest at the top of the spine. And now lengthen the crown of your head up to the ceiling. So you're not actually moving the chin or anything. It's almost just like an energetic lengthening, as if your head has suddenly become weightless. Good. And we'll just touch our right fingertips to the floor. And we'll inhale, raise the left arm up and slowly take our torso to the right. So press the left hip into the ground and the left buttocks. And you're stretching the sideways. So we'll spiral baby and your side ribs up to the ceiling now. And you might even look underneath that left armpit. And this right hand can move a good bit out from you, only if you feel like you have that space. Now, especially if baby's bigger, you might start to gently compress on the right side. So don't go too far here. But continue to breathe into the left ribs. Gorgeous. And see if this left arm can become quite weightless, but keep the shoulder away from the ear. Good. Now, again, without compressing baby too much, we'll take the armpit towards the floor, almost over that left or that right knee. And then on the next inhale, lift the side ribs up again. So exhale, we're reaching forwards, past that right knee. Inhale, lifting up. Go with your breath now. Exhale, reaching forwards. Inhale, reaching up. And you can make a much bigger movement with the arm if you wish. Again, if you want to open your eyes to see what I'm doing, you can. Good. And just feel the whole side of the body open and lengthen. Good. We'll do 2 more in each direction. And we're gently compressing the right side here. This is really good for constipation. As when we lift up in a moment, it will help move things through. So when you have your 2 done, slowly come up to center. Relax both hands and just notice now how your body feels from right to left side. Notice how the lungs are breathing differently. And now pay particular attention to your right abdomen, the side of your belly, and just feel a bit more spaciousness now than you did when we were leaning to the side. Allow that energy to flow through. We'll do the same on the left. So left fingertips are palm to the floor. Inhale, raise the right arm up. Really press the right hip down and take the torso over to the left. Again, this hand can walk as far away from you as you need. And we'll spiral baby and your ribs up to the side. Shoulders away from the ears. Just breathe into the right side ribs now. Create that space for baby, space for your lungs, space for your organs, your digestion. Shoulders away from the ears. Good. Now on the next inhale, armpit to the floor. Reach that right hand out past the left knee. And inhale, roll the body up. Good. Move with your breath. Just minding you're not compressing baby too much. Om. So every time I draw your attention inwards, you're building your interoception, which is your ability to feel the inside of your body, what's going on, which will be your biggest ally in delivery. Good. Few more here, jaw relaxed, arm weightless. And the next time the hand comes up, and slowly come back up to center. Relax both hands and breathe. Notice how you feel now, right to left. Good. Become aware of the feet, give maybe the toes a little wiggle. And if you'd like a bit of a challenge, see, can you come onto your hands and knees without opening your eyes? Of course, if you need to do, and if you need to take any padding, do as well. But take the knees quite wide and walk the hands to a comfortable position. So again, that it's a place where you feel you're supported here. If baby's really collapsing to the floor, gently hug baby in and push the floor away with your hands. And just take a moment here. This is a strong tabletop position, and it requires a lot more strength than you might think. And you can keep repeating Om in your mind if you wish. And if you're familiar with the Ajna chakra, you can even, when the eyes are closed, bring your awareness there to the space just between the eyebrows. Lovely. From here, we'll take the elbows down onto the floor if that feels comfortable. And we'll stack the fists one on top of the other. And we'll let the forehead rest on one of the fists. Now, if the shoulders have collapsed, push into the forearms and the hips are up high. And with the knees quite wide now, we're just going to start to undulate the pelvis. Again, eyes can be closed. And what does undulate mean? It's really up to you. You can draw a circle, you can do a figure of 8, you can rock side to side. I like to tuck my toes under for this. You see how your pelvis feels. But we're just going to create some spaciousness here now. And we're going to really activate and stimulate the blood flow to the pelvis by moving it. And if at any stage you need to lift the head, do, especially if you're feeling nauseous or there's any reflux or indigestion. And again, toes might like to come towards each other or they might be apart. You feel what your pelvis needs. Maybe the shoulders have started to sink. You can lift them up a little bit higher. And as the pelvis moves, perhaps the chest will move too. That's absolutely fine. The ribs are connected to the pelvis via the spine. But let the pelvis be the main driver. We'll do a few horse lips here. So inhale and exhale, flutter the lips. Let's do a few more. Inhale. 3 more. Last one. And then just come to stillness. Let the pelvis be still and breathe. Om. It's the purest sound in the universe, the purest vibration. And really notice now how the pelvis feels. Notice any tingles, sense of lightness or heaviness, sense of openness or compression. So much to experience, but we often just don't take the time to do it. Lovely. We'll slowly press the hands down and lift ourselves up. And we'll come up onto the knees and take the right foot out to the side. Now, if you need some extra support underneath that left knee, take it. We'll reach the right arm down. Inhale, raise the left arm up. And exhale, come over to the right. Press firmly into that right foot. And if it's too much on the hamstring, bend the knee. Inhale will flow with the arms, switching them. Exhale, stretch to the right. Good. Inhale up and exhale to the side. Now, good. So we've already opened up the side body. So here I want you to focus on the front and side of this left thigh. You might really feel it lengthen as you move over. And you might also notice how, excuse me, the pelvic floor is really adjusting to keep you balanced. So perhaps too is the buttocks and all the muscles of the thighs. So only if you feel able now, close your eyes to do this and move a bit slower. And notice how the feet, the ankles, the thighs, the buttocks, the pelvic floor, the muscles of the abdomen, they all start to fire up when needed. Especially with the eyes closed, as you don't have your gaze to steady you. But also with the eyes closed, you're able to go inwards and feel. You're not distracted by all the stimulus around you. Good. Keep going. Eyes closed if you can. Arms soft. Lovely. We'll do one more. And then slowly come back up. Again, only if you can and you don't feel like you'll fall over. Step that right knee in and kneel here for a moment. You can tuck the toes under for a bit more support. We'll take our hands to baby and we'll take 3 ohms here in the middle. Inhale. Om. Let the vibrations travel directly to baby through your hands. 2 more. Om. One more. Om. Breathing and just noticing how you're feeling. Lovely. We'll release the hand. So step the left foot out. If you need to open your eyes to step it out, do. Left hand down. Inhale, raise the right arm and take the body to the left. Inhale, switch arms. You can even lean a little bit to the right if you wish. Exhale over. Close the eyes again if you can. And I like to tuck the back toe under. So be the right toes here for a little bit of extra support if you need. Good. And notice now with the eyes closed what you're feeling and where you're feeling it. Good. Notice if your concentration goes, you might start to get a bit more wobbly. So even with the eyes closed, pick a focus, and it could just be saying Om in your mind. It could be saying it out loud. Or it could just be really tuning into the muscles that fire up, even if you don't know what they look like or what they're called. Just become aware. Lovely. We'll do 2 more here. And exhale back. Step that left leg in. Again, only if you can with the eyes closed. Hands to baby and just notice now. Lovely. We'll take our hands back down onto the floor. Give the legs a little stretch out, especially if the knees aren't very comfortable here. And if not, take a bit more padding underneath the knees. But we'll take our knees together and really press firmly into both hands and lift the right knee out to the side. Exhale, bring it in, but don't let it touch the floor. So inhale, right knee out and in. Very glamorous pose, right knee out. And in, hover it off the floor. Keep going. And you might start to really feel this in the outer buttocks. Good. And if you haven't noticed, we're really working on the side body today. As the front and back of your body are starting to really change, we'll create some space and extra strength in the side body to accommodate. Good. We'll do one more here. Next time the right knee comes out, keep it there. And then we'll do a huge circle, as big as you can, knee bent. So the knee is drawing a circle. Well done. Hug baby in. And if the shoulders have sunk, push the floor away. Your left buttocks might be feeling this now too. Mine is. And I've no baby on board. Good. One more big circle here. And now just reverse the direction. Again, if you can, eyes closed, and feel what in the body starts to change as you move the position of the knee. Notice how your breath has changed. Om. Om. Good. One more big circle here. And finally, put that right knee down. Separate the knees if that's nicer for you. And just be still for a moment. Eyes closed. Feel the rush of blood to the buttocks muscles, the pelvis, the thighs. And the more we move this area, the more nourished it becomes with blood flow. Keeps it supple and strong. But also the more we build this interoception, this ability to feel and notice what's going on in this area of our body. Again, a huge benefit to you as baby is arriving, if you're having a vaginal birth, and you'll be able to feel where you need to move, what's moving, what's changing, what you need to do. One of the biggest issues that can happen in birth is that the mother doesn't trust their intuition. So trust that your body and your baby know exactly what to do. Good. So we'll bring the knees back together, and we'll do the same on the left now. So press into the right knee, press firmly into the hands. You can almost round the shoulders a little, and then take the left knee out to the side. Ooh. In or exhale back in. So let the left knee hover off the floor. Inhale up, exhale in. Inhale up, exhale in. Good. Inhale up. So we're strengthening the buttocks as well as the inner thighs here. Breathing, we're building stamina. We're building strength in our shoulders, our arms. Good. One more here. Next time it comes up, let the knee stay there. And now start to draw circles. Good. Well done, guys. Breathe. And with every exhale, letting go of tension and instead building stamina. My shoulders are starting to sink, so push the floor away. We're nearly done. Reverse direction. Well done. Good. And you're just doing a circle that's within your limit, within your mobility. One more big circle here, and knees back down. Spread the knees apart if that's nicer. And now just breathe. Good. We'll walk the hands back and come back up onto their knees. We'll take our hands behind us onto our perhaps much firmer buttocks now. You might really feel it. Draw the shoulders together, elbows together, and shoulders away from the ears. We'll tuck the toes under and press baby forwards. Lift the chest, maybe lift the chin. Ustrasana, camel pose. So create lots of space here now in the front of the body, but also see, can you lengthen up the side waists? So from the side of the hip up to the armpit, see if you can make that long. Breathe into that space now. Good. Let there be no pinching in the lower back. Tuck the buttocks under, press the hips forwards, and lift the chest up. Good. Om. Let's do 2 ohms here. Inhale. Om. Om. Tuck the chin in, release the hands and come all the way up. Just stay here for a moment, eyes closed. Oh, spread our knees wide, really wide now. Sit the hips back. Make sure there's lots of space for baby. And then float the body down. Stay on the elbows if there's any reflux or indigestion. Or if it's comfortable, take the forehead to the earth. Breathe. If you're staying upright, I like to take my palms together and let my two thumbs hold my forehead up. You might like to try that. And you're also stimulating the Ajna chakra here as a pressure point. So you can even take a thumb to each side of the eyebrow where the eyebrow starts. Good. Hips are heavy, space for baby. And we'll take 3 ohms here again. This time, we're going to really direct the flow of the energy of Om into our pelvic bowl, into baby, into our hips. So inhale. Om. You might notice you'll make a deeper sound as you connect deeper into the pelvis. One more. We're filling our body, we're filling baby with the purest vibration in the universe. Slowly lift the head if it's down, walk the hands back and come back up onto hands and knees. Take a moment here in tabletop and just allow the energy to flow freely through the pelvis as we compress the hips there in child's pose. So we'll step the right foot back, tuck the toes under, and just allow the energy flow through that right front of the hip. And take the right knee down and do the same with the left. So toes tuck under, left leg straightens back. Good, and back down. We'll step the right foot forwards now and out to the side. And slowly walk the hands up. So lots of space here for baby. I'll show you this from the front. Good. And we'll inhale, raise the arms up. So we're taking a nice lunge here. We're not collapsing down. There's actually some strength here. And allow the right buttocks to press back as the left buttocks or left hip presses forwards. And if you feel like you're arching the back, hug baby in. And instead, just like we did at the start, reach the crown of the head and the fingers up as if someone is drawing you upwards. Good. There's still a lengthening at the front of that left thigh. If anyone's feeling particularly energetic this evening, you can tuck the toes under and come into a high lunge, but be very careful of your balance here. And as I say this, this is only if you're feeling particularly energetic and strong. Good. Breathe. Now, here's a bit of a challenge for you. Only if the left knee is on the floor, see can you close the eyes? Notice how the legs start to fire up, how the arms shift to keep your balance. Come, bring your awareness to the Ajna chakra, your third eye. Let your intuition guide you here. Let the arms be soft. We're strengthening our shoulders. Good. Notice what the feet are doing. And let's take 1 Om here. Inhale. Om. Lovely. We'll float the arms down. Step that right knee back and take a moment on hands and knees. I know we've been on the knees a lot. We're just doing the left side now and we'll be done. But just feel here. Good. We'll step the left foot forwards and out to the side. Lots of space for baby. Find your position now where there's length on the front of the right thigh, but you're not collapsing down. Push into the left foot. Left buttocks cheek back. right hip bone forwards. Have that back toe tucked under if you want a bit more stability, or as I said, come into a high lunge. However, be really mindful of your balance. Tuck the pelvis under, hug baby in. So we're shortening the front body slightly, lengthening the back body. And now lift and lengthen through your side waist up, as if you're being lifted to the ceiling. Now, if you've done that a lot, it might have taken you out of the lunge. So if you have, come back down with the lower body. Good. Now close your eyes if you can. Breathe. Look at how your body has adapted to grow baby. It's moving organs around, it's lengthening ligaments, it's realigning your spine. It's preparing for our baby's arrival into the earth. And the body's doing just that here now. It's adapting and changing to stimulate certain muscles. And then we might float to the other side as we try and find balance, and it stimulates other muscles, other bits of connective tissue. So that's how intelligent the body is. Let's send it some gratitude now. We'll do one Om and send the vibrations to every corner of your being, thanking your body for being so wise. Inhale. Beautiful. Slowly with the eyes closed, hands down, left leg back, and just take a moment on hands and knees. Well done. Good. We'll make our way to standing. So you can just come and stand up if you want, or if you're under 32 weeks and you feel okay to go upside down, you might like to join me in a wide-legged mountain pose. So take the knees wide, tuck the toes under and sit the hips back. So make sure there's space for baby. Press firmly into the hands and inhale, lift the hips up. So this is like downward facing dog, but the feet are quite wide and we're pressing the hips up. Create some length, again, not just on the front and back of the body, but on the side of the waist. Beautiful. Really let the head go. And for a moment here now, let gravity lengthen your spine. So if you're over 32 weeks, just come to standing and we'll be with you in a moment. Breathe. Exhale, look forwards. And with your legs still quite wide, walk your feet up. Coming into a gentle squat, we'll walk the hands onto the knees. Take a moment here and halfway. And then slowly lift yourself up to standing. Take the feet underneath you and we'll take a moment here standing. Just notice how you feel. Eyes closed. Good. Hands on baby, perhaps. Breathe. Lovely. Utkatasana chair pose. So spread the toes wide and have the feet just slightly wider than hip distance apart. Inhale, raise the arms, plug the shoulders back into their sockets as you reach the fingers forwards. Hug baby in and sit the hips back. Good. Back a bit so you can see. Lovely. So keep hugging baby in. We're tucking the pelvis under. I know we've done a lot of work on the buttocks now, so they might be mildly giving out. That's okay. We'll take another breath here. Exhale. Maybe you'll go a little lower. If you want a real challenge, hands can come up and overhead. Again, lengthen the side body up. Feel like the inner thighs are spiraling in towards each other. And this might broaden the back of the pelvis. You might feel a bit more of a spaciousness in the buttocks muscles. Good. One more breath. Exhale, release. Come to standing, eyes closed. Let that flood of energy happen. This is our rest where we build stamina and resilience. Now you're so welcome to stay resting. You might like to do Utkatasana again, or we'll come into it again together. Sit the hips back, reach the fingertips forwards, but shoulders back. Now from here, shift the weight to your left foot, slide the hands back and slide the right leg back. Inhale back up to Utkatasana, shift the weight to the right foot, slide the left back. Good, and up. Now keep going. I call this the ski slope or skiing pose. I don't think this is an actual yoga pose, although I'm sure it would be Ekapada Utkatasana, moving something, vinyasa maybe. I'll come back to you on that. Good. So just keep shifting now, foot to foot. Keep your gaze steady. And I'll suggest you keep your eyes open for this, unless you feel exceptionally balanced today and baby isn't too big. We're really strengthening the ankles here now as well. Good. And as you press the hands back, for me, I really feel this in the back of my torso, which is just where we want to strengthen as baby is pulling that forwards. We want to keep it strong, to keep you upright, to keep you able to support baby. Good. So as the hands come back, squeeze the back of the body, squeeze the buttocks, and then release. Almost like one of those press down machines in a gym. Who needs a gym when we have a furry sheepskin rug and a yoga mat? It's my kind of gym. Good. Feel the heat building now. We're nearly there, guys. Well done. I know this is a much more strength focused class, but that's okay. Really, really good for you. Remember to go at your own pace. Rest if you need, but we'll just do 2 more on each side. And maybe for the last one on each side, sink a little lower. Good. And then we'll hold it for 1 more breath. And exhale, release. Good. Just let the whole body be soft now. Legs wide, eyes closed, hands to baby. And use as little effort now to stay upright as you can. Breathe. Feel the heart beating, the vitality. Lovely. I'll take the feet quite wide again. Hands to knees, bend down. And now take the elbows to your knees. So space for baby between the legs. You can stay here, let the chin tuck in. And again, I would stay here if baby's head is down and you're close to delivery, or if you have any reflux or indigestion. But if you're not too close to delivery and you're feeling okay, let the hands come down and come into a gentle forward fold. Really let the body drape now and lengthen all those muscles that we strengthened, just to allow some fresh blood flow to come in. Good. Really surrender. Knees are bent. Now slowly walk the hands up to the knees again. Lift the head and come all the way up to standing. Take your time, let your blood pressure come back to steady. And only if you feel okay, eyes closed. Om. Good. So take the feet a little closer, and you know what time it is now. We'll do our active meditation. So hands come up, make a gentle fist, point the thumbs up, and start to circle the wrists. Shoulders away from the ears. And do whatever you need now to allow yourself to be here. Excuse me. It could be swaying of the hips. It could be a deep breath. You might like to do horse lips like we did earlier. You might like to chant Om. And maybe if you're chanting Om, send the vibrations to whatever part of the body you feel is becoming tense or like it doesn't have much stamina left. Om. Do what you need now. I'm not going to tell you how long we're going to be here. But know that by chanting Om, You're also getting baby used to your vibration, your sound, your voice. Good. I'm not going to say much this evening. I'm going to ask you guys to use your intuition to get you through this active meditation. It's designed to be challenging so that you can meet that inner voice that tells you to give up. Because that's the voice you're going to meet perhaps in labor, in delivery. And at least now you'll have met it before, you'll have heard it before, and you'll know how to deal with it. So I'll be quiet for a while now. Use your intuition to do whatever you feel you need to get through this. And I'll call you back with the sound of my voice. Nearly there, guys. I know it might seem like forever. Just keep going. Call on the strength of those around you, even if they're not in your physical presence. Call on the strength of every woman who's ever given birth, every woman you know, and every woman you don't know. There's a reason men don't do this. And you might be noticing that strength that you have now. It's a deep internal strength. Often men can be stronger physically on the outside, but women definitely, not always, but often are much stronger. Willpower, determination, mental resilience. Good. One more deep breath in here. Let's finish with an Om. So inhale, raise the arms up, and Om the hands down. And breathe. Be as still and soft as you can be. Just notice how you feel. And the feminine strength is one of, like I just said, absolute deep mental willpower, coupled with absolute surrender, softness, letting go. And you need both to bring baby into the world. You need this physical and mental strength and stamina. But really, on top of that, you need an ability to soften, to open up, to release, to allow baby to move out. Whether you're having a vaginal birth or not, it's the allowing baby to arrive, the letting go, the softening. And that's what we're doing right now in our stillness. We're being as soft and still as possible. Gorgeous. We'll take our feet quite wide, toes turn out to the side, and we'll slowly come down, hands on knees again. And just if it's comfortable on your pelvis, rock from side to side. You might like to lift a foot, play around with this here. Good. Now we'll keep wiggling the hips, moving from side to side. And if it's in your body, if it's in your capability, slowly come down a little bit more. You can take the hands to the floor and lift the heels off if you'd like. And for some people, this doesn't feel nice at all, so stay in the previous position. Good. And then we'll come to sit down on the ground. So however you want to get there, if you're more upright, just come to seated any other way. We're going to stretch our legs out wide. Now, if you need to sit up on something, do. We'll come into Pravita Janu Shirsasana. So we'll take our left foot to the inside of the right knee, or maybe right up into the groin, depending on how your body feels. And if this left knee is hanging up in the air, if it's not hurting, it's absolutely fine to stay there. But if there's any tenderness, maybe take a cushion or pillow underneath the knee so it's supported. We don't want any strain or pain in this left hip. Again, you can bend the right knee if you need, but we'll inhale, lift, and exhale, just twist baby over that left knee. So right knee bent, left knee bent. Good. From here, we'll slowly take our right hand down towards our right calf, or maybe even our ankle. Just keep some space for baby here. And we'll take our left hand to our lower back as we twist, looking left ribs up to the ceiling. Again, if it's in your body, you might like to come down a little further and take that left arm up and overhead. Breathe into the left side ribs. And if the body starts to roll forwards, gently twist it up. Now, sometimes I like to take my right elbow into the inside of my knee, and I use that as kind of a prop to twist my body up. So if that works for you, do that. Might give you a bit more spaciousness for baby as well on the right side. We'll take 3 ohms here. Inhale. Om. 2 more. Om. Last one. Om. Slowly lifting up, and take a moment, eyes closed, just sit here for a moment. Notice how you feel. Good. We'll stretch that left leg out, and we'll do the same on the right side. So right foot into the inner calf or thigh, or into the groin perhaps. Support this right knee if you need. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist over that right knee. Have a bend in the left knee if you need. Exhale, reach the left hand down, right hand to lower back and twist. And if it's comfortable, right hand overhead. Shoulders away from the ears. Again, I like to plug that elbow into the inner thigh to lift me up on the left side. And just allow gravity and the weight of this arm to stretch you. If the right buttocks is lifting, press it down into the earth. Spiral baby and the right ribs up to the ceiling. And now let's take our 3 ohms. Inhale. Om. 2 more. Om. Last one. Slowly come all the way up. Well done, ladies. Oh. Take a moment sitting here, eyes closed. I'll stretch that right leg out again. And take both legs together to the right, and hopefully you'll be ready to come into Shavasana, your relaxation pose from here. So you're welcome to lie on your back if you're under 30 weeks. However, it is really beneficial to lie on your left side. So you might want something underneath that left hip, something underneath the head. Slowly take the body down. Hands to baby perhaps, or onto the hip. Or if you'd like something between the knees and feet, it can be really, really lovely for your pelvis to have some spaciousness here. If you have a pregnancy pillow, you might like to put that in front of you and let the right leg rest on that. And make sure you're warm. Cover yourself with a blanket, tuck yourself in. Be as kind and nourishing to yourself here as you possibly can be. And well done. Your hard work is done now. There's nothing more you need to do but breathe. Relax the jaw. I'll keep an eye on the space and the time. Allow this rest to truly, deeply nourish you. Nourish baby. And I'll call you back with the sound of the singing bowl. Enjoy the next few moments in silence. Allow yourself to take a deep breath in. And slowly arrive back into the space. And just invite any gentle movement now into the body. It could be a deepening of the breath, a stretching of the toes. It could be a yawn, a little pat and rub to baby. And just as you begin to reawaken the body, notice, hopefully, how much more nourished and rested you feel. And when you're nourished and rested, you can tune into your intuition a lot more. There's not so many blockages in the way. So in your own way now and in your own time, slowly bring yourself up into a comfortable seat. We'll be here for a few moments, so if you need to sit on a cushion or against a wall or even take a chair, do. And we'll take our left hand to the center of our chest, right hand to baby. And we're going to chant Om 21 more times. This time, really notice the feeling of the vibration from the root of your pelvis all the way up through your spine, through baby, up through your chest, through your throat, and perhaps ending in the third eye at the end of the And a reminder, it's an ah, an o, and an sound that we make to chant Om. So inhale for 21 Oms. Om. 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 Now bring your awareness to your Ajna chakra, your third eye. Relax the jaw and just notice how you feel. And now just listening to these words. Woman of the wild, be still. Feel the river in your veins and take the warmth of the sun far deep underneath your skin. Close your eyes until the exhaustive and expecting world disappears and you finally find your full, untamed exhalation. You are not made with pleasing in mind. What pleases your mind, wild one, is the feeling in your bones of from what and whom you are made. When you feel this, no storm can rage strong enough to scare you. No amount of temptation can bind you. And a roaring focused strength swells from the peaceful lake deep inside your heart. And your mantra today is, I am from Gaia. I am from Gaia. I am from Gaia. Gaia is Mother Earth. And I dare you to try to dissuade me from walking my truth and awakening my power. So, woman of the wild, be still and feel the river in your veins and take the warmth of the sun far underneath your skin. Allow those words to resonate with you if they do. And then slowly bring your hands together in front of the heart, bringing together the heat and the beating of your heart and baby. And we'll close our practice with one more Om and 3 shantis. Inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Rub our palms. When they're nice and warm, just place them over your closed eyes. Let the head rest down. And when you are ready, blink your eyes open into the darkness of your hands and lower your hands back down. We'll close our practice, bow our heads. Namaste. Well, namaste to baby, all the other mamas and babies joining us. Have an absolutely blissful, beautiful day.